when it comes to road trip movies, it's probably the hardest thing to do. What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. This is OCD Movie Reviews. My name is On The Brinker, and today I'm going to review the latest family film that just came out on Disney+, and that movie is Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Road Trip. Yeah, say that 10 times fast. This movie is directed by Marvin Brian Limis. Hopefully I say his name right. And this movie stars Eva Longoria, Jess Garcia, Paulina Chavez, Cheech Marin, and Harvey Guillén. This film follows an 11-year-old Alexander and his Mexican-American family as they embark on a dream spring break vacation to Mexico City, only to have all their plans go terribly wrong when they discovered a cursed idol. They are put to the test until they resolve to return it to its rightful home. So this movie is a standalone sequel of some sorts, or reboot, or another adaptation of the 2014's Alexander and a Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day. Probably the longest title I've ever heard in a movie. And I remember seeing that movie once when I was 14 when it came out, and I thought the movie was okay, nothing special. I do love Steve Carell, I do love Jennifer Garner. I thought the movie was just fine when I first saw it. I'll definitely rewatch the movie again at some point, but yeah, I remember walking out of it going, it's alright, it's nothing memorable, but it's fine. So when I heard that this movie is coming out, it's basically a reboot because it has a complete different cast, but it's sort of a sequel standalone to the 2014 film. I saw the trailer, I'm like, this movie looks bad. This movie looks like, yep, it belongs straight on Disney+. Looks like it's going to be one of those forgettable road trip movies, because when it comes to road trip movies, it's probably the hardest thing to do, because it's all about connecting with the people that are on the road trip, and also the location and things going wrong. They have to make a really cohesive story when it comes to these road trip movies. So literally, streamed on Disney+, expecting this movie to be bad, and I wouldn't say this movie is terrible. I'll give the movie that, but it's basically a run-on-the-mills road trip movie that you've seen many times before. This movie is harmless. You know, there's nothing that I would say, oh yeah, this movie's atrocious. It's just kind of there. You know, that's how I felt about this movie. It's just like, it's there. I'll forget about it in a day or two. Not terrible, but just very bland. I would say the young kid who plays Alexander is definitely the best part about this movie. He literally tries throughout the film, and he's definitely adorable in this film. But you follow his arc in the film because, of course, he always has a lot of bad luck, like the original Alexander. And with this road trip happening, and with this idol happening, of course, disaster strikes, like a lot of road trip movies. But I would say the kid in the movie, he tries in the film. You know, this movie has a pretty decent cast. Eva Longoria, I thought she's a really good actress. Harvey Guillén, I always find this actor really funny. Cheech Marin is fine in this film. The cast, you know, they gave it all they got, but the story of this movie, it's nothing spectacular. It's basically a generic road trip movie that you've seen many times before. The only thing that is different is that this idol that's like been in their family for generations, and there's a history behind it, and this idol has the ability to give basically person as much bad luck as possible. So of course the road trip goes completely wrong. But I would say the road trip itself, like the locations they go, there's nothing that I'm just feeling like, okay, I am so immersed in it. Most of this movie is basically taking place in the Mexican desert throughout most of the film. And I felt like the location of the film, it's good to look at, but there's nothing impactful about it. Like every location they go to, there's always a thing happening, but there's also some really nice heartwarming moments when it comes to locations with most road trip movies I have seen. This one just took place normally in a desert and things going wrong. I just didn't feel immersive throughout the road trip of the film. And you know, this film, it goes exactly what you thought it's going to be. You know the character development. You know exactly what's going to happen with each character of the film. It basically goes through different road trip cliches that you've seen many times before. But the movie is harmless. You know, kids can watch this film. There's nothing harmful about the movie. I can see kids find this movie at least okay if they're like bored at home and they can find something to watch. But to me, on the other hand, you know, I'm watching it and I'm like, it's not as terrible as I thought it was going to be. I'll give the film that. There are times where this film does kind of try. But it's definitely a very forgettable Disney Plus movie that I felt like, you know what? Watched it once, not gonna remember it in like a day or an hour or two. So overall guys, Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Road Trip is just a fine movie for kids. I think it's just a very cliche road trip movie that we've seen many times before. The disaster strikes, it didn't have as much impact. The family is fine in this film. The kid who plays young Alexander is fine in the film. You know, it's basically another road trip movie. We know exactly what's going to happen throughout and through. And with another adaptation of the book, I just find this movie very, very generic and very cliche. Something that we've seen many times before. I felt like road trip movies are very hard to please some people. And with me, there are some great road trip movies. But this movie, it's definitely going to pile of the most forgettable that I have seen. But it's not a terrible movie. It's very harmless for kids. So I would say for Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Road Trip, I would definitely give this movie a meh rating.
I mean, it's alright, like...
So guys, that is my review for Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Road Trip. Last time I'm going to say that movie title. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this movie. Do you like this movie, hate this movie, or you thought it's okay? Just let me know in the comments below. And make sure you guys follow me on social media links down below. Keep contacting with me, and make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. Notify for my latest movie reviews and other movie related content. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a nice day.